at the second edition of the India Energy Week, and we have an exclusive interaction with Mr. Amit Garg, one of the directors at HPCL, or Hindustan Petroleum as you may know it. Thank you for your time in this interaction, sir. Congratulations on the petrol pump launch. Of course, the Union Minister for Petroleum, Hardeep Puri, and all other leaders, really global thought leaders, everyone participating in that. Congratulations on that launch. I'd like you to take our viewers through the headline points of this launch. How much of a greener future is the petrol pump launch focused on?
Yeah, so a big thank you from HPCL for coming to our outlet and talking to us. So this outlet is very unique in many ways. One, that it has been based on the philosophy of Panch Tattvo Ka Maharatna, because this is our golden jubilee year, and the philosophy of the company is to go back into the Mother Earth and Nature Earth and go into the basics of the 5 tattvas as we know is in our country. So fire, water, ether. So that is what we have done. So what we have done, it's a sustainable pump which is based on the sustainability point of view. So we'll be giving normal fuels like petrol, diesel, but we also have E-20. You know, there's a lot of focus around using biofuels so that we can save a lot of foreign exchange. And so far, ethanol blending, as our Honorable Prime Minister always says, is already now touching almost 12%. So E-20 is a fuel for the customers where the ethanol blending is 20%. So already we are moving into a space of 20% of biofuels in the normal conventional fuels. Then we also have CNG, which many of our users now are well aware of. And this outlet also has the uniqueness of that there is solar power on outlet. And you know, you can see the theme of water flowing around. So we have taken a lot of care, a lot of local kind of usage has been taken. So materials from the local things have been taken. So no plastic is being used here. And we are also caring for the customers in terms of when they come to our outlet, they can sit peacefully for some time, have some tea, coffee, and adore the Mother Nature. And when they go back from this outlet, so they are a happier lot and they feel as if they have contributed to the environment of our local Goa, which is very important for all of us. So that is what we have done here. So
right, a better environment, enjoying nature, as you said. So to those sitting at home and saying, look, green hydrogen fuel stations, how will they pan out in the future, sir? And who are curious about the green hydrogen space altogether, could you take us through some details?
Yeah, I'll do that, and why I mentioned about green hydrogen, which is going to take a little time to come because fuels and vehicles both have to go in tandem and there's an ecosystem which is to go around. But we also have EV chargers at our outlet, at this outlet, and especially keeping Goa in mind, we have installed 2 of them. So that also our consumers will find very handy. So they are welcome to visit our outlet. About green hydrogen, it's something very interesting in space, you know. Many people say that the future of mobility would be pure water. So till we achieve that pure water mobility, presently what we are doing, that we are trying to create green hydrogen from which the power is going to come from renewables and water will get split into H2 and oxygen, and this hydrogen which will be green. So that's very important because one is that you can do it from the routine grid energy, which largely still comes from coal. So here the green power actually means from the solar, and that power is used to split water into H2 and oxygen, and that is the oxygen that will power the vehicles of the future. So I think I see a very strong kind of weight that's happening from the customer side, and they are actually waiting because whenever we go around, we do not like the idea of polluting our environment. We also want to contribute as a customer, as a consumer. I want to contribute to the environment. I don't want to use a fuel which is going to pollute. But then, yes, S2 will take some time, but today we are giving Euro 6 fuels, Bharat 6 fuels, which are as good in many ways. So customers who come to Hindustan Petroleum outlets, they can be sure of a great quality quantity and the purest of the fuels. So yes, green hydrogen will come, but it will take a little while before it becomes a normal fuel of the day.
Right, you mentioned we don't want to use fuels that pollute. We do want to be more conscious about the environment we live in. So your message to those sitting at home, your consumers, viewers at large, who are saying that, look, today as we go to the fuel station, we do worry because all of this sounds a lot, in the future. When will we see change on the ground really?
No, so things have already changed. The fuels of today they do not pollute the way maybe it was down few years ago. The sulfur levels have come down drastically. Emissions, the engines are much better. The exhaust systems are far superior. So today fossil fuels, while we keep talking about fossil fuels in a little negative fashion, but the fact remains the fuels of today, they are much more superior and less polluting than they were in the past. And for a country like ours, which is energy starved, and we have a huge middle class which is growing every day, and they have aspirations for their children. So these energy needs are going to be more with each passing day. And I think for our country, fossil fuels are going to stay, and we have a place for all of them. The energy needs are such that all fuels, the future energy space and the current conventional fuels, they can run simultaneously. So in my own personal opinion, these fuels are going to stay for a much longer period, and we need not be overtly worried, because it's a call that you have to take between the two, a balance between progress and always talking about fossil fuel contamination or pollution, which is not the case always. So I think we need all of them, and slowly as we move into the transition, these fuels will become less polluting as we go by, because our refineries, our R&D, they have been doing a fabulous job over the last couple of years in bringing down that content which worries people. So I think our customers need not worry much on that count. But yes, my message to each one sitting at home and watching your channel today would be, use these things judiciously. When we talk of a life where we use things to the optimum, so wastage has to be eliminated at all costs. So my one-line message to every viewer would be, do not get into wastage. Do not let the engines idle at red light. So elimination of wastage is the moot point. Let's not as common people worry anything for more than that. So that's my message to you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. Thank you for this interaction.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.